Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are tackling some of the inside and outside, so we're just going to jump straight into it to get some of our midweek motivation done, starting off with emptying out the shopping that I picked up early in the morning. So we'll just be power speeding through that. I'm sure you've all seen grocery hauls get put away many times, so we're just going to speed through that one for you today. So if you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. My name is Maya. I'm an Australian housewife and I post weekly videos on cleaning motivation. If that is something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you on board. So here at this point, if you are not a new viewer and a returning viewer and you watched last week's video, you'll know that I did a fridge clean out last week. And in that fridge clean out, I mentioned that I don't clean out the crisper in the fridge because I do that automatically when I'm doing the groceries every week. And this here is the exact, is actually showing that for you. So as I I always put the fruit and the veg aside, and then I pull the crispers out and I empty any fruit and veggies that are already in there to the side, clear out the bottom, dry off any moisture that's happened over the week, put in all the fresh stuff underneath, and then put the older stuff back on top, so they're the first ones we reach for. I do that as well with all my dairy and my deli meats and basically everything. I check all the expiry dates and I make sure they go in order of what needs to be used first in every section, which is just, I think, an automatic knee-jerk reaction from my years working in fast food. That was how we stocked everything, and I still just do it without even thinking to this day. Now that the shopping is put away, I'm just going to tidy up any leftover rubbish / packaging. So I'm not sure what it's like for everyone else, but in Australia we have a soft plastics recycling option at our major supermarkets. So I'm just collecting all the leftover soft plastic packaging into one and putting it aside to drop off into that soft plastic recycling box next time I'm at the supermarket. And then after that, we're just going to go through and do our kitchen clean, doing the dishes, wiping down the surfaces. I got some new medication items, so I'm just giving our medicine box a quick clear out. Got the big one for all of the extras that we need to have on hand, and then the small one just for the everyday things that we need to have access to much more frequently. And here you can see me just unloading one of our deliveries. Again, if you're not new to my channel, you already know this, but I get a lot of my cleaning products from a company in Australia called Zero Co. It is a great company. I love it. It's an Australian business that is zero waste for all your cleaning products. So it's a closed circle system for refilling your cleaning products. So I'm just refilling my surface spray. This is my first time trying the surface spray. So I used to have a different one that I was like my ride or die kind of a surface spray. But lately I just feel like it's being kind of letting me down a little bit, mostly because even though it's an eco spray, it still comes with a plastic bag that can't be recycled. So I thought I'd give this one a try because it doesn't have that now that I've run out of the other one. And oh my goodness, I love it. So the only difference being that you do need to use a wet cloth after it to wipe it down. That's what the instructions say, so that's what I'm doing. But I love it, and it smells amazing. It's one of my favorite things about this company is the smell that they use, like the scents that they use. It's amazing. I was trying to explain it to Tim, like what that new scent is like, and the best description I could come up with was it's like an Australian, it smells like Australia, but it smells like overpriced Australia. So like the scent that you have in gift shops at museums, that kind of thing, like the more expensive sort of touristy souvenir kind of shops, not the ones where you get those little fuzzy clip-on koalas. No, not that smell, not that smell. The ones that you have in museum gift shops. If you have been or live in Australia, you know the smell I'm talking about. It's like Wattle meets Banksia meets I can't even explain it now, but the best way we could describe it was Australian museum gift shop. So you know the smell I'm talking about if you've been in one, but I love it. It's great. It just smells fresh and really, really nice. So I'm really enjoying this new one. So before finishing up the rest of the surfaces, now that I've done all the dishes, I've put away all the shopping and cleared out the crispers and prepped some of the fruit and veg during that process of putting the shopping away. The kitchen compost bin was full, so I'm just taking that one out to empty it into our worm farms, because we have two now. I've got one that we've actually bought from the shop, an in-ground one in the veggie garden, the herb patch, and then I've got one in the back garden that is made out of an old bin that I followed a DIY on, which seems to be working so far, so we'll see how that one continues tracking. And here I'm just cleaning off some fingerprints that I noticed on the walls. This is the doorway to our pantry. We have a walk-in pantry that's been put in under the stairs by the previous owner. Really, really handy. We love it because it means that we've got extra cabinetry in the kitchen space because it is quite a small house overall, but the entry and the walkway is not standard sizing. It is very, very narrow. It's more like an actual pantry door size or a cupboard door size. It's very, very narrow, so when people go through they bump the edges. Sometimes people just hold on to the corner and lean in to grab what they want, so we quite often end up with like fingerprints and brush marks and stuff on that corner and down that side. So I just gave that a quick clean off and then cleaned off the painting as well. And then moving into the garden, we are doing an outside clean. It is a really nice day and we have some people coming over shortly, so like over the next few days. So I thought it might be nice to finally get this garden under control. So I'm starting off in the actual garden itself. Now it's turning into spring and everything's coming back to green and lush and growing. So I'm just edging, cleaning up the edges, giving it a quick mow and tidying up the vine over our swing set. Just so it hasn't got all the crazy tendrils and look like a space alien. now that I've got all the greenery under control, I'm just going to be moving all the furniture out onto the lawn. Well, not all the furniture, the smaller movable furniture is all getting taken out onto the lawn, and then I'm going to use the pressure cleaner to give those all a spray down and a clean, and then I'm going to be using the pressure cleaner as well to go across all the decking and give that all a clean as well. So I only do the clean on the decking once a year. We have composite decking, not timber decking. So we don't have to do the sand, the treatment and the resealing, which is awesome. It's part of the reason we chose the decking. It's also made out of recycled plastic bottles with recycled timber. So all the offcuts and stuff that they don't want, they mush them all together and make these composite decking things, planks. Make these composite decking planks. The main walkway, not in the undercover, but the main walkway down the side of the office, where it still has no cover over the top and is exposed, it gets really, really, really dirty. That's because that's where we take things in and out from the carport. It's where we walk through with the dog to go out for walk, like taking the dog out for walks. It's where I bring through the lawnmower and all the garden tools. It's where we bring in things for deliveries. It's just a very high traffic area. So yeah, you can see that gets really, really dirty, and then it gets rained on as well, obviously on top of all the other grubs. So giving that one a clean off just to finish off the day, and then because it's such a beautiful day, just leaving everything out in the sun to dry off fully before putting it back. So this is the section I was telling you about. Like, it's black. This timber is meant to be more of a cedar orangey kind of a color, and it was black and the edges were turning kind of green. So it was definitely well and truly due a good clean. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going through spraying all the dirt off. You'll notice in a little bit that I switch over to a wider fan so I can get a little bit more done a bit faster rather than doing one plank at a time. The funny thing though is, since I've done this, it cleaned it so well that now it looks out of place to the rest of the timber, because the rest of the planks I gave a pressure clean to, but not quite. I wasn't quite as focused because I couldn't see as much black coming off. So it's left a little bit of dirt in the grain, which makes it actually look less like composite and more like timber, because then it's got color variation and all of that good stuff. Whereas this section now looks so pristine that you're like, definitely composite. So I think next time I need to turn the pressure down, still give it a really good clean, but let some of it, just a little bit of that dirt, remain stuck in those little divots and crevices, just to give it a little bit of color differentiation. But then I'm switching over to the patio attachment just to get through some of those wider spaces a little bit quicker, and then switching back to the spray on a wide fan, low pressure, and just spraying off all the leftover soap and dirt so it doesn't reset back onto the composite. But otherwise, that is it from me today, guys. So thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for clicking this video. I appreciate having you here with me every week. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.